Hi, this is clearly Matt Drudge here. Of course I have an Australian accent. Take a look at my birth certificate. Shit, this one's Obama's. This is the Drudge Report for the 17th of September 2012. My name is Julius Reade, and this is what I'm eating for breakfast. Chicago is a crazy place, full of gangsters and people who love their meat. As you can tell, I was born in the early 20th century, and I hate blacks. But those damn unions! Blasphemous! Thousands of striking Chicago teachers rallied this Saturday, effectively closing the third largest school district for a week and leaving 350,000 Chicago students school-free. Eat shit Bart Simpson. And probably over the one thing that matters, the children! Oh wait, the kids aren't a currency also known as the US dollar? I apologise, I meant to say money. But I don't see the big deal. What's wrong with getting paid bananas for effectively managing the stupidest generation in history? Maybe there's even a correlation, wink wink, but I find it a little kinky. There's nothing more sexy than an incompetent teacher. Sorry, I forget it's already implied. Yet, both sides agree that Chicago public schools aren't doing too well. Students performed poorly on standardized tests at 60%, compared to 75% nationally and even 90% in some affluent Chicago high schools. But keep bitchin', bitches. Special education teacher Rhonda McLeod said that if they fire us, we're done. 2 points for stating the obvious, claiming, "We're terrified. We don't need to be dumped to the wayside. We're not trash. We're teachers." Well, considering your rhetoric reflects the fifth graders you do, quote, teach, unquote, Satan, your optimism is appreciated and even cute. In fact, enrollment in Chicago public schools has fallen nearly 20% in the last decade, although the study claims it's because of population declines in disadvantaged neighbourhoods, implying that the crap teachers are also being left behind in the public system, also the ones striking. In fact, 90% of students attending Gresham Elementary School on Chicago's South Side are classified as low income. No Xbox for you, son, but enjoy this Atari 2600 I found in the trash earlier. Some of the buttons even work, and it only partially smells like urine. Consider it nutritional. So I guess the alternative is to close the schools down, since Mayor Rahm Emanuel, what a terrorist-sounding name, ain't giving out the cash like it's a Vegas strip party. Don't get me started on the hangover. The Chicago Tribune reported this week that school district officials are considering closing up to 120 schools next year, which amounts to 17% of the total, which isn't too helpful for the teachers who'll now be unpaid for doing the exact same thing as they were before. Nothing. A sad day for the person in a patch jacket with breadcrumbs in their beard. Some of those women aren't very pretty. Iran's oil minister has said that oil should in fact be priced at $150 a barrel. Most likely, he also spends most of his time eating children and defecating on women, Islamic style. Iranian oil officials say that oil prices are still fairly low and denies there is any danger of current prices hampering growth. Oh dear, Mr. Oil Minister, do you not live in the US or abroad? Obviously, Julius, you're being played like a fiddle. Of course, Mr. Kwazemi drinks the stuff by the barrel as he bathes himself in a fine light crude. Some people just don't have the luxury, you rich bastard. I've had to resort to using water instead. How subpar of me. Although when I'm feeling a little cheeky, I like to whip out the olive oil when I'm having a quick tug. Libya's president has stated that the attack last week on the US consulate in Benghazi was no doubt pre-planned. Yet US Ambassador Susan Rice to the United Nations said that the Libyan attack was not premeditated. So who do we trust? A black woman who's no Condoleezza, or some Arab guy in one of the most unstable Middle Eastern countries going around? I tried contacting the US Embassy in Egypt for a definite answer, but they never seemed to return my calls. How rude. Former police officer 72 has been convicted of the abduction and murder of 7-year-old Priti Maria after 55 years. It's a real shame my interest is 1,000 years overdue. Scientists in Japan have created a microscopically thin film that can coat individual teeth to prevent decay or to make them appear whiter. The tooth patch is a hard-wearing and ultra-flexible material made from the main mineral in tooth enamel. The porn industry has never been this delighted, and my wife is over the moon. No more awkward flossing to find that money shot lodged between your molars. Is that the mayonnaise I taste from today's lunch, or something a little more sinister? Although considering that Japan is the heart of Bukkake, I'm not surprised. What? It's time already? God damn it. Thankfully I have a hot date tonight. Who am I kidding? All I have to look forward to is some brutal masturbation in front of the mirror. This has been the Drudge Report with me, Julius Reade. I look forward to bearing your children.